shines bright, the week sets in. Gather round, folks, let's all just pretend we got laughter and joy. Good vibes are free. It's Fridays with False Idol.
Fridays with False Idol.
Come sing along with me. Kick off the shoes, let the good times roll.
Fridays with False Idol, that's a funny night. With Liz and we'll sing till the stars shine bright. With friends on our side and the world at our feet.
Every moment together, oh, nothing can beat.
Reagan, Zaraka, Swats, Guys, Reagan, Morgan,
First national event starting to be birthdays It's who want you can faint to walk over bound solo shoot.
Together we'll conquer. Let's stay for a while. This is our moment. Come feel the cheer.
Fridays with False Idol, that's a funny night. With Liz and we'll sing till the stars shine bright. With friends on our side and the world at our feet.
Every moment together, oh, nothing can beat. So join this journey. Let's rise and strive. Fridays with False Idol. Where we all come alive.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, let's go. Episode 45. I am your host for this evening's events. The one and the only False Idol. Excuse me, that one packed a punch. We've been on the road all day. Corporate sludge, corporate sludge, corporate sludge, corporate sludge, corporate sludge, corporate sludge. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Double wow. Double wow, pow. Double wow, pow. Double wow, pow. So, today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be more about a life update for the False Idol. Not a whole lot's happening this week in professional wrestling. There is an episode of Friday Night SmackDown airing tonight that I would be able to spoil for each and every single one of you because it was pre-recorded last week in Denver. But I'm not going to do that. That would be shitty of me. And I'm not going to do that. Especially when they're an hour away from the event showing. I will say this. It was very, very awesome! But that's all I'm going to say as far as mystery opponents might be concerned. And so, here we are. The False Idol, day after Thanksgiving. Where does the False Idol stand? Well, ladies and gentlemen, for one, the False Idol had a wonderful Thanksgiving. The False Idol spent Thanksgiving with family. And we'll get to those in a second. The False Idol spent Thanksgiving with family. And Had lots of fun doing so. You know, we ate lots of delicious food and played a couple card games and, you know, hung out. But something even bigger happened, ladies and gentlemen. For the past 7 years, the False Idol was under the impression that the false idol and driver's licenses were a thing of the past. The false idol was never going to have a driver's license again, right? I was just going to continuously drive on a suspended license and never go fix it where it's actually suspended, right? And that's been hindering my money-making abilities, ladies and gentlemen, because a big part of my money-making abilities comes from being able to self-contract my time with Uber Eats and DoorDash through my wife's account. Okay, I will get back to that too. So, we're on our way home, you know. Most of the highway on 80 is an 80 mile per hour speed limit, right? So, we're doing like 88, and we come to a town, Laramie, that dramatically reduces their speed limit as you pass through their couple of intersections. Drops down to 65. So, I'm doing 88 still because I don't know that it's a 65. I didn't see the sign for 65. I thought it was still 80, right? I'm eyes locked on the road, just, you know, paying attention to the road, zooming, right? Just trying to get home, doing 88 and a 65, right? But I thought it was an 80. So, sure enough, right, we fly past a state trooper, a Wyoming state trooper, right? And I look in my rear view, sure enough, he pulls out. All right, so here we go. Wife's asleep. Bunny, wake up, getting pulled over, I might be going to jail. So, I immediately pull over to the side of the road. The right side of the road, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You're supposed to pull to the right side of the road, not the left. So I pull to the right side of the road, and folks, this guy, he was younger than me, okay? Like, he'd been on the force probably 6 months. And so, I just, as soon as he walked up, I was like, yes, sir, how can I help you? He was like, you wear your speed. I was like, yes, sir, I was doing about 88. And he was like, you wear it to 65. And I was like, no, sir, I was not. I thought I was still in the 80, but that would explain why I'm on the side of the road. And so I told him right off the bat, I was like, I'm restricted, my ID's out of the state of Colorado, right? Or I'm suspended and my ID's out of the state of Colorado, right? So he's like, okay, can you just go ahead and grab that out and we'll head to my car. So I grab my ID, we go to his car, he puts me in the passenger seat. He runs my ID. Make sure I don't have, make sure I'm not wanted for no type of murder or homicide or anything, you know. Runs my ID. We'll get back to that. And proceeded to issue me a ticket for speed. In Albany County, for not, actually it was for not having a valid driver's license. So he gave me a warning on the speed, okay? Yeah, he gave me a warning on the speed, okay? And then valid driver's license is the charge. But it's not criminal. It's not criminal of nature because I was talking to him. And he said, I only write criminals for DUIs. So if you've never been convicted of DUI and you're suspended for like parking in the wrong spot or whatever, I'm not taking you to jail. And that's exactly what I am suspended for, is parking in the wrong fucking place. So he didn't take me to jail. That's officer discretion, by the way. That is sole officer discretion. A lot of motherfuckers think they know the law, bro, including myself. I thought I know the law until today, but we'll get back to that, okay? A lot of motherfuckers think they know the law. It's officer discretion. He could have thrown my ass in Albany County Jail and I'd be sitting in Laramie right now, okay? Just get that out there. He could have thrown my ass in jail, okay? That's the state of Wyoming. He cuts me loose because I was cool with him, just right off the rip. I told him, you know, I wasn't bullshitting with him. I wasn't wasting his time. I wasn't rude or disrespectful. So he cuts me loose, and I owe the state of Wyoming $140, or I can show up to court on January 26th in Laramie. But we all know that's not going to happen. So I'll be paying the state of Wyoming $140. Now, I checked the price of silver, ladies and gentlemen, and I see that my silver has gone up to $56 an ounce, right? So what do smart investors do, no matter the price? Asset. So we go to Loveland. GM Coins, my buddy Gene Mullen, was open today for Black Friday. He's actually still open for another 50 minutes if you're in Loveland. But we got an ounce of silver, and on the way from Loveland to Evans along Route 34, for 2 seconds I cross over the double yellow line because, you know, I'm a distracted driver and whatever. You know, there's no traffic around. I'm on a straightaway. You know, sure enough, there was a motherfucking cop behind me, man. So he pulls me over. He's like, is there any reason you're crossing over the double yellow? I honestly think he wanted to smell alcohol on my breath. I was like, no, sir. I'm restricted or suspended out of the state of New York. Okay? He's like, okay, well, I need ID, license, whatever you got, and I need... He asked me for everything. He was like, insurance, registration. He made me run all the paperwork, so we sat there for a minute, but I found it all. And so he comes back with this here ticket, costing me another $225. But most importantly, he came to me with a very, very vital piece of information that I didn't know and is about to change the entire trajectory of my life. For the last 6-7 years, I've been under the impression that my driver's license was suspended out of the state of New York and that every single state in this country honored that suspension. It turns out, ladies and gentlemen, the state of Colorado doesn't honor that suspension. So, I can get a Colorado DL. Fuck the state of New York! Fuck the state of Maryland! Fuck the state of Ohio! Fuck them all! You ain't never getting a goddamn dime out of me! I don't know if there's fucking... Because, you know, I used to get into some shit out in New York, but I want this to hit a New York detective directly! You ain't never getting nothing unless you want to come to this house and catch some lead. You ain't getting nothing. Not a goddamn fucking ounce of zinc from me, motherfucker. Not one goddamn green reserve note. Not nothing, not no checks, not nothing. And I'm going to be driving for DoorDash by the end of the year in my name. And my wife will finally get to stay home like she deserves. Fuck the state of New York, fuck the state of Maryland, and fuck the state of Ohio. All that bureaucratic shit over east, they don't do that dumb shit out west. If you over east and you caught up over some dumb shit, let this be a message that you don't have to live like that anymore. You can come to where the weed's legal. You can come to where they don't suspend your license over no no dumbass bullshit, even in the city of Denver. So don't look for any pity out of me, man. Cause I fucking traveled I've done traveled 1,500 miles, 1,500 times it feels like. You know how many fucking times I've moved around? All because of that, dude. All because of that driver's license bullshit. First I moved to Florida to be able to buy fucking cars. Then I find out I can do it in Tennessee too. So might as well save myself some rent money, move in with mom. Yo, oh man, I hope the entire East Coast falls into the fucking ocean and then Florida reemerges. The amount of bullshit I've gone through. And it's relief, but it's frustration at the same time. Because if I would have just... This is my native state. I was born here, motherfucker. This is my native state. It's like... Why couldn't the stars just align just a little bit better? You know? But hey, you know, everything happens for a reason. And it's not about my time anymore. It's about God's time. Right? So, wow though, man. All the shit that I went through for no fucking reason. No fucking reason whatsoever, folks. All the fuckery and all the bullshit. So, I get my driver's license by the end of this year in 2026. Sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. There goes 8-9 ounces of silver. Might as well just turn that right back in, huh? Ooh, that sucks. Right before Christmas. At least I bought all my Christmas presents before I got hit with these, right? At least we got Christmas presents already done and over. Right? Holy fuck. Good day. Were you on for any of that? So, in case y'all missed that, I got I didn't get a speeding ticket at all, actually. I got a warning for my speed. So I got a warning for my speed in Wyoming, and then I got a officer discretion, very well could have been criminal citation, but was knocked down due to my demeanor and my respect for the Wyoming State Troopers, of which I literally witnessed them train while I was at Guernsey, Wyoming. They got their respect that was due deserved. and I got my respect that was due deserved. This should be criminal. It's not, but this should be criminal. Yeah. Because of my demeanor and my professionalism, it was knocked down to a simple ticket that we'll just have to pay a simple fine on. We got like 3 months to pay it, so it's not anything to stress. And then the state of Colorado got me for going over the double yellow for a couple seconds. He thought I was drunk, so he pulled me over. Yeah, he wrote me for that because I didn't have a valid driver's license. But he told me that I would be able to get a Colorado driver's license and that they don't recognize my suspension. So they could see it in their computer, and he goes, yeah, so you're only making your life easier by not getting a driver's license. And I was like, I have to go all the way back to New York to get my driver's license. He was like, no, you don't. You can get one here in the state of Colorado without leaving. You've never been convicted of a DUI. They'll issue you a brand new license if you take your permit test and go through it. Yo, so I'll get to get a driver's license before the end of the year because I won't have a waiting period between permit and driver's license because I'm not a child. So I'll have my driver's license by the end of the fucking year, motherfuckers. Yo.
Power on.
I don't think so.
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
I've never been happier to get a ticket in my life. That Colorado, I could go without that Wyoming one. Real shit, that scared the piss out of me. But that Colorado one, I've never been happier to get a ticket in my life, bro. Like, he telling me I can get a license and shit. Like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. My life is completely different after I get that license, folks. Holy shit. Do you know how many jobs that I couldn't get because I didn't have a valid DL? Oh my God, dude. Fuck.
In a small town where the sun shines bright, Fridays bring a thrill, everything feels right. Gathered with friends, we laugh and we cheer. Each moment we share brings a weekend near. Friday's a false idle time to kick back and play. Together we'll shine in our own special way. So come join the fun, let's make memories last. With hearts wide open, we're free from the pain. It's 8 p.m. and the lights go low. Friday's in tune with the false idol show. Stream our dreams on the screen, they glow. Whoa. Every soul in the chat, let your good vibes flow. Oh, it's Friday with the false idol lights. Together we shine under neon skies. It's no surprise. Join us each week, drift away in the cloud.
Oh, it's been a stressful week. Oh, if I would have dropped that, oh, it would have shattered. This thing died on us earlier this week. Fucking shot. We had to replace it. A whole bunch of cardboard and shit. I'm gonna have to go through to try to find the box for it to return it. Get the warranty honored. But yeah, we got a couple of tickets, and honestly, folks, like I said, could have done without the Wyoming one, but the Colorado one, folks, ooh, holy shit, dude, life changer. That officer was some life-changing information. I'm finna get my driver's license again. So the only problem is there are states that won't honor that one. Like I just told you, Ohio, New York, and Maryland won't honor that. So we shall see. Have a good night.